Hello, teacher and classmates. My name is Jonathan Anchundia. I am a student of National and Foreign Languages Pedagogy, and this is my ID card. Well, on this video, I will be covering this great topic, which is about creation of a positive atmosphere in the classroom. I'm going to be talking about some strategies in order to create this engagement and motivational classroom, because, to make students feel comfortable in the classroom takes some time, but also like if you have some tips will help you do this better. So here we go. Okay, so having a positive classroom really helps our students learn much faster. And if we create a safe environment, so they will just not be afraid to commit a mistake or something like that. So we want to keep in mind that students have to feel comfortable in our classes. We don't want them to feel that afraid of the teacher or probably like feel stressed about the class or make being annoyed by other classmates. So we have to keep an eye on everything that moves in the classroom. That's what I tell my students every single day. I have the eye of an eagle. I see everything in the classroom. So be aware. That's what I always tell them. So here, the first thing we got to keep in mind is clear expectations. We would have to set up clear classroom rules. Okay, you're not supposed to do this or do this, and when and how. Use positive reinforcement. Sometimes we think like teachers, we don't think like students. We need to think like students. Sometimes we need perfect things. And, we have to start valuing what students have done. Sometimes in my case, sometimes when they draw something, I tell them draw a dinosaur and the dinosaur looks like more like a chicken instead of a dinosaur. I will have to say, okay, that's perfect. What really matters here is the pronunciation. Well, that's my case. I tell my students, okay, I don't really care that much on the drawing, but you have to be able to pronounce dinosaur, dinosaur. So I remember one time I drew a butterfly on the board, and and one of my students said, "Oh, teacher, that butterfly looks like a donkey." And I said, "Okay." Well, I told her, "I'm not good at drawing, so okay." So we have to give positive reinforcement or positive answers to our students. In that way, students will start feeling comfortable, like they have different skills. So maintain consistency. So here is very important to just say, okay, you need to raise up your hand to go to the bathroom or to drink some water. We need to keep doing the same thing. Otherwise, students will say, oh, okay, the teacher doesn't really care if I go to the bathroom. I don't have to raise up my hand anymore. So we have to we have to clear and be specific and consistent and on everything we say. So students will have an idea that this is serious and build positive relationships. Sometimes we are just being teachers, but now being friends. We also have to be friends with our students so we would know their last names, who they live with. Sometimes we need to be a little bit gossip, I guess, but and what they like to do or something like that. And also to show genuine or be ourselves, like and also show them empathy. So this is really important because kids realize of everything. So we need to encourage peer or classmate collaboration. So that's what this way we'll build a positive relationship not only with student and teacher but also classmates and classmates. So that's something we need to keep in mind as well. Encourage open communication. Create a safe space for expressions. As I told in the beginning, we need to respect different points of view of each kid. Each kid might think differently than us, so but we still need to respect. So provide regular opportunities for feedback. So it's feedbacks. Well, feedback is a very huge thing in education because we need to give feedback. Feedback is just amazing. I just like the word feedback, and also the action is really important. Actively listen to students. It depends. Sometimes a little bit difficult to listen to a lot of kids at the same time because it depends on the amount of students you have in the classroom. So if you have 15, well, it's much easier to listen to everybody than having 30, 40 kids in the classroom. Well, we still need to be aware of listening to our students. Sometimes they're not feeling good, so we want to let the students know that we are there to be their friends and their teacher. Remember, we are their second father or mother in the classroom. Encourage engagement and motivation. Use interactive, student-centered methods. Incorporate games, technology, and real-life examples. Celebrate small successes. Here, I want to stop and talk about a little bit about successes. Sometimes the students like having struggling with something, but within 3 weeks or a month, they have improved maybe a little bit. I will come back and do this example here. They were struggling saying the word dinosaur. They would just start and saying dinosaur, dinosaur. But after 3 weeks or a month, they now finally got the word in their mind and they say dinosaur. It's a big success because 3 weeks ago or a month, they did not really have an idea how to pronounce this very simple word. It could be very simple for us, but not for them. So we would celebrate that thing. I would say, "Oh my goodness, you did a good job. You're improving. You're doing a good job." So I'm happy for you. Keep it up. Keep up the hard work. That's what I do with my students. I will say, yes, you are improving. I like that. I love you. That's what I like to say to my students. And promote emotional safety. Be attentive or be aware to signs of stress or bullying. Sometimes, in a classroom cannot only be bullying, but it can also be like the heat or too much cold in the classroom may cause a problem for students. Like they can get all stressed because there's a lot of noise, the heat, anything can distract students. Some I remember in one of my class. Well, at the school I work at, we have a lot of windows. Like these are transparent windows. They have glass. Sometimes a bird would try to fly in and would just hit the glass and fall down, and the students will just get distracted. But that doesn't really happen every day. So teach conflict resolution strategies. It's also that the students, it's important for them to see the teacher as someone that will come and stand for them, but it's also good that we can teach our students to solve their own problems because they're growing and they're like one day they'll be all by themselves in life. So we need to start teaching them how to solve small problems now that they are young. So create routines to reduce anxiety. So, as I said in the beginning, cold or heat or too much noise can create environment of stress or probably bullying. There's a kid that is making fun of other students. We need to solve that problem immediately. So, we might change if it's too hot. We might like leave the classroom for 20, 30 minutes and do another activity outside of the classroom. In my case, in my school, we have a very big open area with this roof, but you can see the monkeys, you can see the stream there, so it's pretty awesome. So that's what I do when it's too hot, actually. So the next one here is benefits to of a positive classroom atmosphere improves academic outcomes. It surely does. So if we try to have like a less stressed classroom, that everything is controlled, like really, the outcomes will be better. Increases student engagement, so encourages active participation. Students will feel comfortable making mistakes anytime they want. It's just fine. Stronger relationships builds trust and respect. As I told you, like they can just probably having a bad day, but they can always tell us, okay, teacher, today I'm having a bad day. So we will know that if the student is not doing good, it's because he or she is going through a hard time now. At a time, enhances social skills, develops empathy, teamwork, and communication. So here, as I told you, everything counts, everything matters in the classroom. And here I have like 4 tips for sustaining positive classroom. Reflect regularly on classroom dynamics, like if it's too hot or something like that, we need to change or adjust some things. Seek feedback from students. Sometimes we think we're teaching the right way, but sometimes not all of them like that. If 75% really don't like the way we teach, there's something wrong there. Okay, but if they're only just 10 or 20%, well, we shouldn't worry about it. But we still need to think what we're doing wrongly, and we will try to do our best in the classes. Stay flexible and adapt strategies as needed here. We need to be flexible. If it's here I am again in Tana in the city where I live in, it's pretty hot. It's pretty humid. Sometimes get students get all stressed out because it's hot as they like this. I need water. They would need to turn on the fans, and they will get all overwhelmed. Maintain a positive attitude and model resilience. Here, problems from home, stay home. If I had a bad time with my wife or an agreement with my wife, or I had a problem with the principal, with other people, that stays out of the classroom. We need to keep our teaching process intact. Nothing has to affect the way we teach our students. Okay. And conclusion. So building a positive atmosphere in a classroom is a continuous process that calls the dedication, and we need to be consistent on everything we do. So this way we will achieve many things: engagement, emotional safety. So students will feel comfortable and they will love coming in our classes. So they will say, "Oh yeah, English class again. Let's do it. Let's go for it." So they will be so happy. So teacher, that's my exposition and presentation about this positive atmosphere in the class. So I've been teaching English for like almost 9 years now. So I like to teach and I love being with the kids, and I have made some changes on the way I teach. And it's also good to listen to them, not sometimes, every day. It's good to listen to the students. So thank you so much. That's it. So I hope I can see you next time.